Have you ever noticed that the kindest people are often the most ignored, the most used, the most overlooked? Have you ever done everything right, only to watch someone colder, sharper, even morally questionable move ahead of you? What if the traits you were taught to value the most are quietly holding you back? What if goodness, when misunderstood, becomes a weakness rather than a virtue? And what if centuries ago, someone already saw this coming and tried to warn us? Not with comfort, but with uncomfortable truth. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might challenge everything you believe about morality, power, and survival. Goodness has always been praised as the highest human quality, yet when you look closely at the world, a disturbing contradiction appears. The most kind-hearted people are rarely the most powerful, rarely the most respected, and almost never the ones who shape outcomes. From childhood, we are taught that being honest, gentle, and fair will lead us to success. But lived experience tells a different story, a story filled with people who followed the rules and still lost, who stayed pure and were still, discarded who trusted and were quietly exploited. This is not an accident. It is not bad luck. And it is not because goodness itself is flawed. It is because goodness without awareness is incomplete. Machiavelli understood this long before modern psychology or social theory existed. He observed human behavior without romantic illusions and noticed something most people are uncomfortable admitting. Humans are not naturally fair, loyal, or grateful. They are adaptive, self-interested, and driven by perception. This does not mean people are evil by default, but it means morality alone does not protect you. When you act kindly without boundaries, without strategy, without understanding how others interpret your behavior, you unknowingly invite manipulation. The world does not reward intention. It rewards outcomes, and outcomes are shaped by those who understand the rules of human nature. The mistake most good people make is assuming others play by the same moral code. They believe effort will be recognized, loyalty will be returned, honesty will be appreciated, but reality is harsher. Many people see kindness not as strength, but as availability. When you forgive too quickly, give too much, or remain silent too often, you communicate something without realizing it, that you can be crossed without consequence. Machiavelli never argued against virtue itself. He argued against naivete. He believed virtue must be protected by intelligence. Otherwise, it becomes a liability. Power, in Machiavelli's view, is not about cruelty, but about perception. People do not respond to what you truly are. They respond to what you appear to be. You can be intelligent, ethical, and capable. But if you do not project strength, others will sense hesitation and step over you. This is why image matters so deeply in social life. A leader who doubts himself publicly loses authority even if he is competent. A worker who waits to be noticed is often invisible no matter how valuable he is. A person who does not assert boundaries teaches others where they can be exploited. Another uncomfortable truth is that honesty without discretion is dangerous. Many believe that transparency is always virtuous, but information is power, and giving it away carelessly weakens your position. Machiavelli warned that revealing intentions too early removes leverage. When people know exactly what you want, what you fear, and how you will react, they can control outcomes. Strategic silence, on the other hand, creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates respect. When people are unsure of your next move, they hesitate. When they hesitate, you gain space. Predictability is another silent weakness. If your reactions are always the same, if your emotional responses are easily triggered, if your behavior follows a fixed pattern, you become readable. And readable people are easy to manipulate. Emotional control is not repression, it is mastery. The person who remains calm under pressure forces others to reveal themselves. Anger, anxiety, and defensiveness expose your buttons. And once others know your buttons, they own you. Machiavelli believed that true power lies in composure, because the one who controls emotions controls decisions. Distance is also a form of power. Availability, when unlimited, erodes value. People desire what is scarce and respect what is not easily accessed. When you are always present, always responding, always giving, your presence becomes ordinary. Strategic absence restores significance. This is not about arrogance. It is about self-respect. Knowing when to step back, when to withdraw attention, and when to re-enter changes how others perceive you. Absence creates reflection, and reflection creates value. Patience ties all these principles together. Most people rush. They want recognition now, results now, validation now. Strategists wait. They observe, calculate, and act when timing favors them. Acting too early exposes intent. Acting too late misses opportunity. Power grows in those who can tolerate uncertainty without reacting impulsively. Machiavelli admired adaptability, not impulsiveness. He understood that circumstances change, and only those who adjust without losing composure survive. What makes these ideas uncomfortable is that they challenge comforting narratives. We want to believe the world is fair. We want to believe goodness is automatically rewarded. But believing this does not make it true. Refusing to see reality does not make it kinder. Understanding these dynamics does not make you immoral. It makes you prepared. When goodness is paired with awareness, boundaries, perception control, and strategic patience, it becomes powerful rather than fragile. The moment you begin applying these principles, something shifts. People listen differently. Interactions change. Respect increases without you demanding it. This is not manipulation. It is alignment with how humans actually behave. You stop leaking energy. You stop over-explaining. You stop seeking approval. You start choosing when to engage and when to remain silent. And slowly, without announcing it, your position strengthens. Machiavelli did not write to create villains. He wrote to wake people up. His work remains relevant because human nature has not changed, only the environment has. The same forces operate in workplaces, relationships, politics, and social circles. The question is not whether these rules exist. The question is whether you are aware of them or blindly subject to them. Awareness is the difference between being used and being respected, between reacting and directing, between surviving and shaping your destiny. And now the final question is not philosophical, it is practical. Will you continue to rely on goodness alone, hoping the world will notice, or will you protect your values with intelligence? Will you remain predictable, open, and emotionally exposed, or will you learn to move with intention? The game is being played, whether you like it or not. The only choice left is whether you play consciously or remain a piece on someone else's board.